Hello, once again, and thanks for joining us on another episode of Mortgage Knowledge 101. I'm your host, John Collins. Today, let's explore a unique term you might not have heard before, Owelty. It often arises in situations such as a divorce settlement, a partition lawsuit, or estate distribution, where there's a need to equalize the division of property. So what is Owelty? Owelty is an equitable method to balance the difference when a jointly owned property's value is divided unevenly. Now, this legal agreement establishes a monetary amount to be paid to one party to equalize the value each party receives. The Owelty can be paid in various ways, such as in cash, through financing, or by establishing a lien on the property in favor of the party receiving the Owelty. This ensures the party is compensated for their share of the property's value. Here's how it works. Let's say the home is worth $300,000 and there's an existing mortgage on the home for $200,000. That leaves the equity amount of $100,000. Ideally, each spouse is entitled to half of this equity, so $50,000 each. The spouse keeping the home refinances the mortgage, taking out an additional $50,000 Owelty lien. The $50,000 from the Owelty lien is then paid to the other spouse to compensate them for their share of the equity. Now, the spouse keeping the home has a new mortgage balance of $250,000. That's the $200,000 from the original mortgage and $50,000 for the Owelty lien. And the other spouse has received $50,000 cash for their share of the equity. This way, the equity in the home has been fairly divided between the two parties. Why use an Owelty lien instead of simply doing a cash-out refinance? Well, in a normal refinance without an Owelty lien, the parties would be limited to only cashing in on equity up to 80% of the value of the property. In our example, that would limit the couple to a loan of $240,000. An Owelty lien allows the borrower to recoup up to 95% of the value of the property. There are several benefits of an Owelty lien. Number one, equity cash out. Owelty enables a homeowner to cash out their portion of the equity without selling the home. This is particularly beneficial in a divorce scenario. Number two, they can retain home ownership. One party can retain home ownership, which is especially beneficial if there are children involved or if the housing market is unfavorable for selling. And number three, flexible refinancing. Owelty agreements allow for flexible refinancing terms, helping ensure the financial arrangement suits both parties. And number four, legal clarity. Provides a legal framework to handle the division of property, helping to avoid future disputes over the ownership or the value. That's all for today's episode of Mortgage Knowledge 101. We hope you found this information valuable. If you have any questions or you need further guidance on Owelty liens, don't hesitate to reach out to one of our qualified mortgage professionals. Thanks for watching, and remember, informed decisions lead to better outcomes. See you next time.